Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. And of course, you can always find me at fsma.life. So, moving forward, we are entering into some of the darkest times of the whole year. Winter solstice was when all of a sudden you have the dark, and then all of a sudden that it's going to start getting lighter each day. So right now we are into the end of a cycle to where we've almost hit spring. We have, if you take winter and then take spring and you cut that in half, we are almost smack dab into some of the darkest times, because here shortly, when you cut this time in half, it's going to start, you're going to start seeing more of the trees bud. You're going to start seeing different signs of summer, of spring. And you'll look into some of the grass, and you'll be able to start to see some of the green start to come through. But right now, we are into the darkest time. We have about 2 weeks left until February 2nd to the 3rd, to where we are going to see it's very, very maybe heavier energy, drearier energy, and then all of a sudden it's going to start to lighten up as we prepare and get ready for spring. What does that mean? What does that really have to do with much? Well, it has to do with a lot, because the planet, I do believe that people, the government, the planet moves with the energy of the seasons and within astrology. And so looking at that, and we have the Chinese New Year, which is the end of this month, which is very interesting as far as timing goes. So I was shown that we are entering into some of the darkest days. And as we enter into some of the darkest days, I was told to be very mindful and very, very cautious, and be aware of the information that you're going to receive. So it was shown into a dream of mine that we needed to be very, very guarded and very cautious on the information that we hear, because a lot of it is not going to be true, and it's not going to be real. It's not what you think. And I have been shown that and told that. And this person that appeared and shared this information, I have not dreamt of him ever. And all of a sudden he's in my dreams, and he's giving warning to me on, be careful of the information. It's not real. It's not true. Don't panic. Don't panic. And I thought it was very odd and very interesting and unusual that he was stating this and sharing this, because he said that there's going to be some information that is going to come out that will cause you concern and alarm. But when you do not know what is right, what is wrong, which way to turn, do nothing. Just sit. Because he was showing that this information that's getting ready to come out may be highly embellished. And you're going to want to just take heed and run wherever it is you're going to run. But if you don't know where you're going, don't do anything at all. Gather information. Take a breath. Go outside. Whatever it is that causes you to seek reflection and gather your thoughts, do it. And be mindful, who are you really listening to? Whether it's me or whoever, it doesn't matter. You listen to you and your higher guidance. It is really important right now, because they're showing that within this dream, he said something about explosion and something about maybe bombing or hydrogen bomb or something like this. And he's saying, it's not what you think. Be cautious and be aware. You could be headed towards some real difficult, challenging time, more so than what you've ever seen in your whole entire lifetime. And I thought, okay, this is weird. What do I do with this? Because I often go to bed and I ask, what am I supposed to share? What am I supposed to tell the people? What do they need to know? And then I had this dream. And I never dream of this person. But he found it most important to share, to use guidance in what you're going to hear, because it is your fear that will create the hard time. Your fear of the anticipation, the unknown, maybe listening to the wrong people, getting overly emotional, that could cause the hard time, because it may all be an illusion. What if it was a lie? What if you're being told something that will scare you and freak you out so bad that maybe certain people and certain individuals want you to believe it to create an outcome? That wouldn't be very great, would it? But if you paused for a moment and gathered information and really thought about, does that make sense? Okay, if all this other information has been lies, is this true? Maybe it's not. So the other day we had that tsunami warning. And I remember hearing it. And I said, no, something is seriously wrong with that. That story is not true. And later my husband says, look, you're going to love this story. And it showed that it may actually have been some kind of bomb or something, or some kind of explosion of some sort, that it really wasn't a volcano. Who knew? Who knows? How do you know it's true? What isn't? We don't. So be cautious, be careful, and really gather information before we overreact, because we do. As human nature, we always tend to totally go off this emotion. And even myself, we do this. So be careful. I love you all, and I want you to really take heed on the information that you're getting, and maybe it's not real, and don't just assume that it is. So I just thought I would share this dream that I had, and the important message that was intertwined with this. We're into some real interesting times and darkest times of the year, which, remember, with the darkest times of the year, what happens? We tend to kind of get a little bit confused in the midst of the dark. You get up in the middle of the night and it's the darkest. Our mind tends to wander. We're looking for the light. And when it is dark, we can get highly confused. So be mindful, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and jump over to FSMA. Take care.